Okay, well, I hope everybody has enjoyed today. We only have a little bit of time left, but like I said, we're almost done with our speaker lineup, but you can still feel free to hang out here, have a good time. All of our presentations are going to be on our YouTube channel. And let me introduce myself in case you guys don't know. My name is Mike Young, and I am one of the board members on aPlantBasedDiet.org. We're the organization that is behind this festival, which is one of our regional festivals in Southwest Florida. It's like a baby event for Southwest Florida Veg Fest, SWFL Veg Fest. If you guys have been there, it's happening again this year, February 16th in Bonita Springs. It's our biggest event, like 15,000 people. The presenters are worldwide and US, flown in from different areas, including Marcus Watts. He's actually our local star for fitness, who's on he partners with our nonprofit. So be on the lookout for that event. And if you guys are out there with vendors, we're still doing vendor sign-ups for it. We also have Naples Veg Fest next weekend. It's going to be very similar to this event. Different vendors down in southern Collier County. That's going to be at Sugden Regional Park. NaplesVegFest.org. Just go to the website, check it out, and hope to see you there 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Sunday the 12th. Also, this event, like Naples, is a regional event. We did one in Cape Coral back in November, if you guys were there. We're also going to do one in Charlotte County, in Punta Gorda, downtown Punta Gorda, and Dr. Michael Greger is actually going to be there, because that's unusual, because most of our regional events all have local, like rising stars, I'd say, in this movement. But Dr. Greger just happens to be in town, so he is going to be at the March 2nd Charlotte County Veg Fest. CharlotteVeg.org is the website for that one if you want to find out more about that. And that's a really cool venue too. It's actually going to be right along the river, right in the middle of downtown Punta Gorda, in a park there, right where the bridges cross over. It's really, really a cool venue. So those are all of our regional events. And again, our YouTube channel is aPlantBasedDiet.org. If you go to a browser and type in aPlantBasedDiet.org, you will get our website, which is relatively new, which kind of talks about our organization. But if you go to YouTube and type in aPlantBasedDiet.org, you're going to get our YouTube channel, and we've got, I think, like 1,300 subscribers. We've got at least 1,000 videos. Every single Veg Fest that we do, we put our content on that YouTube channel. So you'll see all the, it takes a little bit of delay after the event, but you'll see all that content on there. All the content from today will be on there. So if you subscribe, and there's like a bell, you can get notifications. You'll get notified when we put these things up. And let's see, also our group, VeganSWFL.org. I got a shirt on. All of our volunteers from today have this shirt on. The volunteers specifically for this event, anyway. VeganSWFL.org is our Facebook group. If you guys are on Facebook, join us there. If you guys are not on Facebook, you feel free to send us an email, and we will put you on our email notification list of events. You just got to send your email to aPlantBasedDiet.org at gmail.com. aPlantBasedDiet.org, which is the name of our nonprofit, at gmail.com. Tell us you want to be on the Southwest Florida plant-based and vegan events email list. We'll put you on there. We've got thousands of people on that email list, and we don't use it for anything but that. It just tells you about events going on in the area. But our Facebook group has almost 5,000 people, and it is by far the largest group in the area. It's very, very active. We're always talking about things going on in the area, including this event and other events. You'll find out about them all over the place. And here comes VeganEvan. He just ate dinner, or lunch. I want to hear what you had, VeganEvan. Hold on, I keep calling you vegan instead. I gotta call you just Evan. There you go.
People do call me vegan, like.
Yeah. First name vegan, last name Evan.
I guess I'm just so vegan.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So who's our next speaker?
Well, we're almost done. We can kind of chill out here now, because I hear the music playing. People are still walking around buying stuff.
Right.
We're done with the only thing left is the closing meditation. If we're not ready to go, we can still hang out here.
So yeah, you asked what I ate.
Yeah, what did you eat?
So actually, I've eaten two things today from Loving Hut, because Loving Hut is the booth right next to ours.
Oh, yeah.
The second thing I haven't gotten to finish yet, because I was going to help our friend walk their dog.
Yeah, well, what's the name of the dish that you got from Loving Hut?
The name of the dish, I got
You
two.
told me.
I got the sea crescent wings and the cauliflower wings. So the sea crescent wings is kind of like a vegan breaded crab.
Yeah, I've never had that. Yeah, it
But
sounds
it's
pretty
really
good.
good.
Yeah. All right. Well.
And it has like a soy inside.
Oh yeah.
Really tasty, and it comes with a dipping sauce. But actually, I hope that a lot of people come for this meditation because I did it before to start off the event, and it was amazing.
Yeah, it was nice. I like what XYZo was saying about just, well, we had the little waves up. I gotta get the waves up again too, and that actually made it really look cool. Like you're on the beach with the waves. Only you're not on the beach. You don't have to get you don't have to get sand in your shoes or anything, and you still get to be in the Veg Fest, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, also want to mention that you are 9 years old, but
I'm 9 years old.
We didn't mention that our oldest presenter today, who gave the talk on Alzheimer's, Dr. Canales, is how old is he?
Well, actually, let's see if anyone can guess.
Yeah,
Let me guess.
Yeah, any guesses? Well, we have to. Okay, what are the guesses? How old was Dr. Canales? Any idea? No. No one. Okay. Well, I know what it is.
Does the doggy have a guess?
Maybe.
All right. Well, he was 82.
82.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, he's 82 years old, and I don't think he has Alzheimer's. He wouldn't be able to give a talk like that.
Yeah.
But he obviously realizes if he's in his 80s, I think he said half the population in their 80s will get Alzheimer's, right? So this is really important to him, and he's a medical doctor, so we're glad that he's spreading the word about this because that's a new field. I mean, people aren't really. I think as the plant-based and vegan movement becomes more popular and people become more healthier, we're getting away a lot of the things that were getting in the way. Like I think when I grew up, smoking was in the way. You couldn't tell if your lung or your coughing was from secondhand smoke or something else. But now that in most places smoking is not allowed, now we focus in on other things. Like maybe this plant-based and vegan movement is brought about because we got rid of smoking, I'd say in most places. And now that it's here, maybe we focus on Alzheimer's, or as Carrie Rawson was saying, just on mental health in general. I think there's a relationship there, but we don't know what it is because this movement is so new, we haven't really had time to get these medical studies, which will happen. I'm sure they will. It's only a matter of time. And what do you think of this screen up here?
I think it's pretty cool. I was just amazed. You were like, oh yeah, we have a screen, and I was like, oh, just a screen, but this is awesome.
It's like you're at a sporting event, right?
Yeah.
You got those big screens in the stadium? Well, we are taking this screen to every event.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, and all of our events are outdoors. And actually, I will tell you, the only reason we got Dr. Greger at some of our events, because he's going to be at Charlotte County Veg Fest, March 2nd, I told you that, right? He's going to be at Savannah Veg Fest in Savannah, Georgia. If you want to go north as the weather starts to warm up, that's March 22nd. Dr. Greger will be there. He'll be at Raleigh Veg Fest in Raleigh, North Carolina that we're doing. These are all first-year events, by the way. That's April 5th. And then Fairfax Veg Fest is a second-year event that we do in D.C. He will be there. That's April 19th. But the only reason he agreed... 19th. Yeah, the only reason Dr. Greger agreed, he said... I first contacted him when I heard that he was doing a speaking tour this year. And I said, no, we want you at every event we can get. And of course, I got 4 events. But then they told me, oh, Dr. Greger doesn't do outdoor events. And then I said, well, wait, let me contact Dr. Greger. And I did, personally contact him. And I showed him a video that we did at Southwest Florida Veg Fest, because the past 2 years we rented a screen like this. And he saw it, and he's like, okay, as long as you have that, then I'll be there. That's what he said. Because people have already said to me, they're like, are you sure Dr. Greger is going to be there? That's an outdoor event? And I said, yeah, because he and I talked, and he saw what this is. And you saw, like, Dr. Tasher has a real detailed presentation, but it was, you could see everything, right? Even in the bright sunlight, so.
And it's pretty cool, even though it's not, like, totally, like, it's all these, like, little lights.
Yeah, it's like a jigsaw puzzle put together. You see all the cables behind it and everything.
But now we have some meditation, which I'm excited about.
Are we ready for that? Let me see what time it is. Oh yeah, I guess we are. It's sad because that means that's the last thing that we're doing up here. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we do the meditation?
I hope that everyone's here next year because I hope I
am. Yeah. You'll definitely be here.
I'll be here.
You're probably you may outlive all of us since you are the youngest person. Well, you may not be the youngest person here at this event, but you're the youngest person of us that are presented today, right? So as long as you take care of yourself, keep plant-based and vegan, then you'll live a long and healthy life.
Yeah.
So you got the right information early on. I wish I did.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. People say that vegans just shrivel up.
They do.
I've never seen a gorilla shrivel up, have you?
No, that's right. Yeah, right. I mean, I know that I started my journey on this about 20 years. Actually, when I was younger, I was like my own short story about how I came to this lifestyle. When I was growing up, very, very young child, very young, as young as I can remember, my parents would serve me meat on my plate, like chicken or beef or fish or whatever it was. Oh, we were losing Evan. Where's Evan going?
No, it just fell.
Oh, that thing. Oh, yeah, that did fall. You're right. Anyway, they served me the meat. I saw meat, and I saw the veins, and I saw the animal. I realized it was animal muscle right in the blood, because my parents never used to cook everything well done. They liked it rare. So I saw all that, and I knew what it was. I'm like, that's the most disgusting thing I ever had. And when I was as young as I can remember, for most of my childhood, I would not eat meat. I didn't know why. I was born in 1970, so I'm almost 50 years old. My 50th birthday will be next month. And I just didn't want to eat it. I would stay at the dinner table for like an hour or two for most dinners. They would not let me leave because they figured I was going to be malnourished because I didn't eat the meat. Okay, that's the way I grew up. And it wasn't until I was a teenager that I actually started. I had my first hamburger. I used to go to McDonald's and I ordered a milkshake and French fries. They always ask me, "You don't want a sandwich with that?" All the time, every single time. And I'm like, "No, I'm not going to eat that stuff." But when I became a teenager, I'm sad to say, I started peer pressure. Everyone was eating it. I finally had meat, and I did all the way through until I was about 30 years old. I went to the doctor, and guess what, Evan? I went to the doctor when I was 30. That was 20 years ago. And he told me my cholesterol was high, and if I didn't bring it down, this is the year 2000, he would put me on medication. So I went on the internet, and I tried to look up why my cholesterol would be high. I didn't understand. And I eliminated some of I thought it was food, certain foods. So I eliminated, at that time, 20 years ago, red meat, cheese, butter, ice cream. I think all those things, which I found were the worst for you. I got rid of them. And so I've been a picky eater all my life, but I became even more picky then, I'd say. And that kind of annoyed people. I'd say most people around were very annoyed with me. That's how it was. And then I became vegetarian after that, and then vegan in 2014 when we started the nonprofit. And this group too. This group, VeganSWFL.org, we started in 2014 when I became vegan because I didn't know any vegans. Everybody that I knew of, friends, family members, nobody was vegan. So that's why we started the group. It was started with 2 people then, and now it's almost 5,000 local people.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, that's how big it's going. And now we know all these vegan people, or people who are at least interested in becoming vegan or being plant-based.
Wow.
That 5 years ago, I didn't know anybody. I don't know how you guys were, but I didn't know not one single person.
Right. Well, actually, you said that it was sad that the meditation is the last part of our day here at the Veg Fest.
Well, that just means it's over.
But
Yeah.
you know what? It's not that sad because it's going to help us become more aware, and we're going to be more aware that we have to come next year.
Oh yeah, that's right. We need to meditate. Put that into our daily meditation. Mention those 4 words. Fort Myers Veg Fest, right? Fort Myers Veg Fest. 4 words.
Fort Myers Veg Fest.
Yeah.
Wait, is Veg Fest a compound word?
I guess it is. Well, some people put Veg Fest together as one big word, but we do it as 2 different words. All of our events, the Veg Fest is 2 different words.
All right.
Because fest is short for festival, which I figure is a word by itself. And actually, I got that from.
Veg is short for vegan.
Do you know Larry Rumbo?
Larry, yeah.
Because he's the one who told me that Veg Fest is 2 words. When we first started planning our original Southwest Florida Veg Fest, we started planning that in 2015, but the first one didn't actually happen until early 2017. But anyway, that's what he said. He told me it's 2 words.
Wow.
So you can ask him about that next time you see him. You were just in Orlando, weren't you?
I was. Yeah, actually, I live an hour from Orlando.
North, south, east, what, or west? Which direction?
East.
East, near the coast. Near where they shoot the rockets off.
Yeah, I live like 10 minutes from NASA.
Oh, really? So you see every launch? Did you see that rocket that came back down? the rockets came back down, the reusable rockets, and they landed.
I saw those on the news. I wasn't in Florida at the time, though.
Yeah.
But I don't think, at least. I don't know. Well, anyways.
Yeah, well, you get to see that all the time. That's cool. So
yeah, there's actually just one the other day. It launched at night, and it was really cool. It was like a meteor, but instead of going down, it was going up.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But you see, they're loud. I guess that makes a lot of noise. Yeah. Maybe they can make them quieter, because I know, like, that's the thing, right? They're saying, like, fireworks scare animals, right?
I heard that they came out with silent fireworks.
They did?
But yeah.
Are they like LEDs like this? Because this could, if we just lit this thing up, it could be. It's so bright, right? It could be like fireworks, even in the middle of the day,
Yeah.
and it won't make any noise.
I think that it's just like fireworks, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But I know they could probably make those like less noise with electric.
Yeah, everything is electric is quieter. That's true.
Yeah.
And we have all the electric cars. I don't know if there's any
Teslas.
left.
No,
Yeah.
there is. I was just over there a couple
You were?
minutes ago.
Did you get to check out the cars?
I got to look at them on my way here because
Yeah.
I was helping someone walk their dog. But
Do you have a favorite? Could you tell right away? So.
yeah, I picked my favorite. It's the mini car.
A mini car?
It's like.
Is it real small? Real small.
Yeah.
It's red.
It's blue.
Blue. Okay, but it's a convertible.
It's not a convertible.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah.
It's like a
Smart.
What do you call
It's
it?
a smart
car.
Yeah, smart electric car.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's a smart car.
Okay,
And
nice.
it was really cool.
Yeah.
I like those.
You could probably, if it's smaller, you could maybe drive it now, right? Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think now we're going
Now-
to go into. Well, actually, why don't you talk a little bit? Maybe you can bring XYZo up. Maybe you can interview XYZo before he gives his meditation, so we can learn a little bit about him. And then while we're learning about XYZo, I will get the waves ready again. All right.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, here.
Okay. XYZo, coming on up to the stage. All right. What choice is that? All right. So yeah, we're having XYZo do some meditation with us, and I did it this morning. They had it happen this morning, but I think that everyone wanted to learn a little bit about you before we did the meditation. So, is there anything about you you'd like to share?
Sure. Let's start with the most connected, my vegan journey, how that began. So, at the time, I was very much so interested in different spiritual philosophies, systems, whatnot. And I was just on Instagram one day, and then I saw a photo. I saw a photo that said, "How are you going to raise your vibration eating lower vibrational food?" And then like that, I went vegan, just real quick. Or at least like I like to say cheating vegan. Or yeah, I was just in the process of trying to figure it out. I had a friend who was vegan, so I reached out to her, got some insights, some tips as to how to go about that process. And yeah, it's been a few years now. That was summer of 2014. I've been a happy little vegan since.
Awesome. Yeah, I know what you're saying. How are you going to raise your vibration by eating low vibration foods? Like, how are you going to be kind if you're eating violence? Or how are you going to be happy if you're eating sadness?
Absolutely. Nice. So yeah, and with that came a little struggle too, because my family owns some restaurants here locally. And so growing up was essentially just steak city, chicken this, chicken that, lots of fish, just a very heavy carnivorous diet. And so that process was somewhat challenging to navigate, but again, with support of friends and other resources, I was able to, work through that as well.
Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah, if you guys are done, we can get into the meditation.
All right.
Yeah, let's do it. So before we begin with our meditation, maybe for everyone here, if we can get a little round of applause for Mike and Evan for all the fantastic work they've done today. Thank you very much. So, let's go ahead and just transition right into it. So perhaps we can become comfortable in our seats, maybe closing the eyes or lowering our gaze down towards the ground. Simply beginning to settle into the body, beginning to settle into the present moment. As we inhale fully, feeling the body fill with energy and oxygen. And as we exhale deeply, settling into the body to a greater degree. As we inhale slowly and exhaling steadily. Inhaling completely and exhaling smoothly. We'll begin to bring our awareness to the top crown of the head, and as if a pitcher of water were gently being poured on top of the head, scanning your awareness from the head down through the neck, beyond the shoulders and down the arms, down the chest and core, down through the back, past the hips and down the legs, down to the feet. As we inhale fully, smoothly scanning up the body, and as we exhale, steadily scanning back down, crown to toes. Inhaling as our scan lifts up the body, and exhaling as our scan lowers down through the body. Continuing to scan the body, connecting this scan with the breath for a few more repetitions. As we inhale slowly, and as we exhale steadily, attempting our best to bring our attention back into the present, allowing all external stimuli to simply pass us by. And in these final few moments of today's event, perhaps bringing it all to a completion and closure with a sense of gratitude. Perhaps reflecting on today's experience, reflecting upon all of our conversations, connections, learnings, and exchanges. And perhaps simply picking one, two, or three. A few select moments for which you feel the most gratitude. And bringing that memory to the heart center, as if you could physically move the memory to the center of the chest. And as we inhale a full breath, sending in that loving energy to this memory, to the heart center. And exhaling as gratitude pours throughout the rest of the body. Inhaling a sense of gratitude, and exhaling to expand and embody that gratitude. as we inhale fully, and as we exhale smoothly, continuing to breathe in this fashion for a few more repetitions. As we inhale slowly, and as we exhale profoundly, transitioning away from today's experience, knowing that in engaging with the vegan lifestyle, with learning more and living this lifestyle, that you're not only benefiting yourself, but the rest of life on this planet as well. And with this, we'll conclude today's meditation and VegFest Fort Myers event with peace and with love. Namaste. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, XYZo. We're sorry we have to go now, but we'll be back next weekend in Naples, so join us on the 12th, Sugden Regional Park. All the information is at naplesvegfest.org, so hopefully we'll see you there. Have a great rest of the weekend.